my name is Maddie and welcome to a completely new video. Today we're going to discuss the price of Bitcoin based on technical analysis. And since there's a lot going on lately, it's going to be very interesting. But before we're going to look at the chart, we're first going to look at coin market cap. And I'm going to drop myself down below here in the right corner, and we're going to look at coin market cap, not because I'm a fan of using market cap, but because I would really love to see what's going on with the price graph over the last 7 days, because this is always quite interesting to look at if we see the same movements happening with Bitcoin and the altcoins. So as you can see, most of the graphs look quite the same. Beside Bitcoin SV, Stellar, even Cardano looks a bit different, and of course the stable coin Tether looks differently from the rest, but it looks quite similar if you ask me. So let's take a look at the change of the last 24 hours. As you can see, Bitcoin did not good. The price of Bitcoin went down over 4%, and the alts did way better. And Bitcoin did worse besides Cardano over the last 24 hours. So that's quite interesting, because in an alt season, you often see Bitcoin going up, alts going up faster, Bitcoin going down, alts going down faster. So now we're seeing a bit of a discrepancy, I don't know what's the word in English, but it looks different from what we see in an alt season. So let's take a look at the overview of the last 7 days, 24 hours, and last hour. This is always super interesting, because last time when we spoke about this, which was 1.5 weeks ago, I think, on Friday, and I told you that this is always quite interesting, because you can see when there's a bottom forming, because most of the alts are doing the same as Bitcoin, and you can see it right here. Everything is green, so we're probably bottoming, but we will take a look at it later. First, we're going to dive deeper in what happened 7 days ago. Bitcoin went up again. Most of the altcoins last week went up, even when Bitcoin went down. So they're now getting it straight. So as you can see, over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin went down quite fast. And now we're looking at bottom forming. So let's take a look at the chart of Bitcoin. As you can see, we're currently in this quite big downtrend. And that happened in late June, And now is the question, when are we going to break out of this downward channel? This is a trend channel, and we of course have to break out. And that's gonna be a very big breakout, because if we break out upward or downward, we're going to see a very low price or a very high price. So if we break out upward, we're going to get back at 14,000, and if we're going down, we're at least going to see 5,000, maybe even lower. So this is a very important pattern which is forming right now, and we have to always keep in mind what's going on in the bigger picture. So if you want to start with doing technical analysis, first make sure to take a look at the bigger time frame, which is in crypto, it's 1 day. But if you're looking for like normal, doing normal technical analysis on normal stocks, for example, then you would like to take the monthly candles, or maybe even the daily candles, or the weekly candles, and then go back to the daily. I think you won't even look at the 4 hour. But in crypto, of course, we're going to look at the 4 hour, because this is not a very long time frame, also not a very small one. I don't know if you've seen my last video from Friday 1 week ago. Not this Friday, but the Friday before. Last Friday. And I told you guys that there was something interesting going on. And that was quite true, because here we had some bullish divergence. And if you follow me for over the last year or so, then you know that I'm always looking for divergence. Here on RSI, it looks so pretty. And if you take a look at this, here we had divergence, here we had divergence here as well. And as you can see, when the divergence happens, when the RSI goes back into the 30-70 channel, something interesting happens because the price goes up. And if the negative, the bearish divergence happens when the RSI goes back into the 3070 channel, which is this purple-ish thingy, then you will see that the price will go down. And here we saw it here when the highs on the chart were higher, but the highs on the RSI were lower, and I mean the bodies of the chart. Then the price went down quite fast. So this was a great trade to make. And here, as you can see, this was the next entry, because here on the 30, when the RSI went back into the 3070 channel, this was the buy signal. And then we had this very interesting, I drew it on my, I think on my Dutch video last week. This is called the head and shoulder pattern, and it usually breaks out upward. And as you can see, it broke out upward. I didn't move these lines, by the way. So this is so interesting about technical analysis. You can literally draw lines, and in the future, the price will move between these lines. So it's insane how pretty technical analysis is. And in 1.5 weeks, we've seen this upward going trend, and it almost looks like a rising wedge to me. Yeah, this is definitely a rising wedge. And this is called a continuation pattern. Usually the price breaks out downward and then it will go like this again. But let's draw another support line over here. It's not going to be a strong one, but it's going to be one. And then we have here one more. I will like make it a bit, it's not a strong one, so let's make it a bit smaller. But it's still an interesting one. And then we have here another one. So you can look at this chart right now. And now the question is, where are we going to? What's the price going to do next? If I see this, probably the price will move into this channel and we will probably fall down below. But this is my gut feeling. This has nothing to do with technical analysis. This is just what happened over time. Usually when there is this pattern, when this pattern evolves, we can like calculate what the price target will be. And then I use command C, command V, and I like put it over here. As you can see, this is literally insane. I haven't seen this like rising wedge before. And now, as you can see, you can calculate the price target. And what I usually do is grab the point between the starting point of the falling wedge. And I usually like to take the bodies of the candles. And as you can see, we definitely hit this target. It's so pretty. So usually when we hit the target, we go up again. But here's a strong resistance point. So as you can see, the price went like ish. And we're probably going to see a lot of small candles, a lot of small for our candles for like maybe 1 day, maybe even 1.5, and then the price will like choose where to go from. And my gut feeling is saying we're probably going down. But if we're not going down, make sure. So what are you going to do when you're not sure where the price is going to go? Then you have two options. So the first option is set an entry right above this resistance line, or set a stop loss right below this support line. So it's really easy. Just put it several percentage below or above, and then you're going to wait. So you're not going to anticipate before you know what the price will do. Some traders are, and this is what I think is a really, really big mistake. Some traders are here they would already say, yeah, okay, the price is definitely going down, so I'm going to short already. And that's really stupid, because that's called anticipating on going down, a price that's going down or going up. And if you anticipate, you're not really sure what the breakout will be. So it can also go down or it can go up. So that's really stupid. Always make sure to wait for the confirmation. And confirmation is always made on high volume, and the volume is usually higher than the average of the volume of the last couple of days or couple of weeks. So always make sure to wait for the confirmation. For this sideways trend channel, it's the same. Make sure to wait for the confirmation of the breakout. and this will probably be a big one. So if we are going to look at what the target will be, the target won't be like super high. As you can see, this is an interesting point. I would like to draw this point again, but okay. So this is quite interesting. Always make sure to not buy already or anticipate before you know if the confirmation has happened. Always wait for the confirmation. The RSI, we can't do much with the RSI because it's called stuck in the middle right now, and we just have to wait and see for what's going to happen next. Technical analysis is not some kind of like thing that you can predict a future with. It's not a typical science, which means that there is always a chance of losing, and you just can't predict what's going to happen next. You can make the chance of having a bad trade smaller. And if you look at it like that, it's it's a really nice tool to use when you know that the asset you're trading is a good asset. So as you can see, this was like a super pretty trade. We had like positive divergence, so it's bullish divergence. Then we had this rising wedge, which is a continuation pattern, and from now on the price will probably go down, but we have to wait for the confirmation between these lines. So simple as that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I really hope to see you again soon. On Wednesday, I will upload a new off the record video. And if you like this video, please make sure to put your thumbs up. And don't forget to share this one if you think that others can take advantage of this. And don't forget to press the subscribe button down below. And if you click on the bell, you will get notified Wednesday when there's a new video online. And I hope to see you on Wednesday. Bye!